My mother fancies herself to be a master storyteller. And in her mind, she probably is. But to those of us who have been around her for a while, her secret is she tells the same story over and over and over and over and over again. So it was not surprising when we were over at my parents' house a couple of weeks ago that my mother decided to tell my kids once again what life was like with me growing up. And of course, that meant the story of what my first sentence was. I was very advanced as a child. 5-word sentence. No, 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 no. My daughter, in her infinite wisdom, said, that's still his favorite sentence now. Every time we ask him something, it's no, 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 no. I could only roll my eyes and switch the topic to something that was better for me, talking about my sisters. Their first sentence was only 3 words long. And they both had the same favorite sentence, or first sentence, and it's probably their favorite sentence even today. It's not fair. One of the joys of being an older brother, you got to do things before they did. They complained, it's not fair. And I couldn't help but think of that conversation over at my parents' in light of this gospel reading. The laborers who went out first complained to the landowner that they were not being treated fairly. It's not fair. We went out and worked all day. These other people came along later and you're giving them a full day's wage. It's not fair. How many times in our daily lives have we said that at work, at home, with family, with friends in our neighborhood, at school? Maybe we didn't get the promotion that somebody else did or the award at school that somebody else did. It's not fair. Jesus challenges his disciples, and he challenges us to not look at this particular gospel reading with human eyes. The laborers were focused only on themselves because they went out and worked more. They thought they were going to get more. They were focused only on themselves, and Jesus tells us, just as we heard in that first reading from Isaiah, my ways are not your ways. The challenge for us as a result of our baptism and being members of God's family is to look at this situation with God's eyes and realize how bountiful and generous God is with his unconditional love, with his mercy, with his forgiveness. And we are challenged to live the same way in our daily lives, to recognize the presence of God in our daily lives, filled with his mercy, filled with his forgiveness, and filled with his love. And we're called to and challenged to live that way, focusing not on ourselves, but on each other. Not putting our reward first, not putting our wages first, not putting what we earn first, but rather helping others to get there too, and sharing and celebrating with them as they experience God's love as well. That's our challenge. That's our commission as part of being a member of God's family, to not focus on self, but to focus on others, to love unconditionally, to forgive unconditionally, and show the same mercy and grace that God shows for us to everybody we come into contact with. As we go forward, as the Eucharist nourishes us, may our response to the human ways be my first sentence, no, 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 but rather let it be a yes, 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 yes to following God's ways and in doing God's work.